What's up folks, KL Smith here. Today I'm bringing you guys some thoughts on the Yeezy QNTM Bariums. This is about 8 months too late, but better late than never. And I'm also gonna do some on-foot looks for the sneaker. So let's get into it. Now, if you're new to the channel, please make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Subscribe to my channel so you guys don't miss any more. And follow me on Instagram. I post lots of new photos, sneakers, different stuff there on a regular basis, almost every day. So follow me over there. Got all my social stuff down in the description. Without further ado, let's take a look at the Yeezy QNTM Bariums. Now, I wear 12. Here's the box. Probably seen this already if you've been looking at the QNTMs. Now, here they are in hand. These things are nice. Interesting. Now the Yeezy QNTMs originally sold for $250. I ended up paying resale for these for about $20 more. So about $270, I think is what I paid for these. So not too bad. Bariums are at a pretty nice price on the resale market. These have a bit of a mixed release history. The original Yeezy QNTMs released sometime around the 2020 NBA All-Star game. If you guys remember that, they were driving around in tanks, giving out the QNTMs and having people give them their shoes. In exchange for the QNTMs. So kind of a controversial release there in Chicago's, which is where it was. That's Kanye's hometown. But the actual release, I think it released the next day on Adidas app, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't remember if it was the app or the site, but anyway, they released the next day. I couldn't get them, and then after that, we went into lockdown and we had a pandemic. So the QNTMs were originally on my 2020 sneaker purchase list, and then the pandemic happened, and I already had the aliens, and I was like looking at the two colors, and I was like, do I really want this? Nah. And then the Bariums came out, and I was like, I kind of actually like that. It's a different palette, and it's something that I think that I would like. So the Bariums were one that, I tried for. I don't think I got them at the time, and then I just kind of let it sit. Now, what reignited my interest in the QNTMs was two things. One, there's an interview that Kanye West did with Joe Rogan, where he's talking about the design of tongues. And he has the foam runner in his hand, and he was talking about like basically how the tongue is not ergonomic to the foot, and he designed or had the thought to design the wave runner with that in mind. And it got me thinking about the Yeezy 700 V3s and the QNTMs and the difference in this neoprene collar that we're seeing on these newer versions of the sneakers. Now, if you think about like a traditional sneaker, Air Jordan 1, Forces, basically any sneaker, even some of Yeezy's previous releases, when you put on the shoe, your collar moves, your tongue rather moves around, right? So you can kind of adjust it on a regular basis. And his thinking was like, I want to remove shoelaces, but also, the tongues kind of suck. So he has like this inverted look on a lot of the tongues. Now you don't see it on the QNTMs, but you do see it on the 700 V3s, and this kind of V-shaped design that goes right down here and up. And if you look on the foam runners, which I don't have a pair, that shape is in there because he wants to remove tongues. So, and thinking about all of that and the fact that one, this is a basketball shoe. Either way you slice it. He has the lifestyle version, which has all the same basic features of it, which we'll get into in a second. But through and through, this pretty much does what he wants. Tongue doesn't move. Now these have laces much longer than I would have expected. But in his move on some of the newer 380s, the 700 V3s, and I'm gonna assume these as well, he's really moving that design ethos. No tongue, basically better, tighter fit on this. It's more consistent in photos and whatever. And this whole neoprene upper, I can kind of dig it now after I've understood it more. That's one reason that I was interested in it. And the other is, I mean, frankly, I wanted a pair of Quantums and I didn't have any, and they were on my original 2020 list, so I can mark that off. All right, so on the outsole, we have a wave bone design for that extra traction. I want to say this is on like the Dames, some other basketball. This is basically a basketball type design outsole for better traction. I wouldn't wear this outdoor really, but you probably could. You got boost at the sole. Obviously, it's going to be boost throughout. Boost is life. You can actually kind of see it in this translucent midsole, which goes all the way around the shoe. This is one of the features that I absolutely love on the Quantums is the midsole. I think a lot of people get fascinated by the cage and then this guard at the back, but for me, it's really about this midsole. I absolutely love it. And I don't really get into midsoles a whole lot. I like some Fear of God looks, like the high end, but I don't buy them. And these Quantums really caught my eye. Now, I think most folks really get caught up on this like wavy design on the medial and lateral panels. But this is basically TPU, like a TPU unit. Feels really plasticky, but it does have some give to it. And then there's like a primeknit there on the underneath side of that. And they list this as a gray. Now I can see some gray, but it also has like hints of green in it as well, which I didn't really realize until I've actually looked at this thing up close. Yeah, I mean, I can see some folks really rocking this in a day-to-day way. Now on the actual toe box, you got that suede hit that's on the 700s. This feels very similar to the other ones. I do want to comment, like I feel like the shape of these is slightly different, and this shoe is very wide, as are most Yeezys, but this is a really wide shoe. So I'm kind of concerned up here a little bit. I've walked around in obviously lots of 700s, and I had a video where I just quickly put these on and didn't think about it too much on the clothing haul because I wanted to save all my thoughts for this one, but in here feels pretty wide. Now, another thing that's, again, got a lot of folks talking is this back heel. This is basically a guard stop for folks with concerns about their heel. You land on this if you're jumping. This is gonna protect you, I think, pretty good. It's pretty sturdy. You guys can hear it there. Feels like straight plastic molded on here. And that two-tone look gives it a really distinct kind of flavor, right? And then you got that neoprene collar I was talking about that goes down into the tongue. And this is all one piece. It feels, I don't know, it feels pretty solid. I would say that around the ankle, I thought it was gonna be a little bit plushier, but I don't know, these are the lifestyle, so it's probably a little, oh, wait. Oh, I feel some padding down as you go a little bit further, but up top, it's a little looser, and that's probably to slip it on, I would think. But yeah, and again, one more note is that these laces are long. I think you can lace them up here. I do see some straps, so you can lace them kind of high if you want, but I don't think I would do that. Anyway, so that is the sneaker in general, and plenty of thoughts to go along with it. Again, you know, if I had to say some final thoughts on it in terms of how I feel about the Quantums, I think that this is an interesting design. I don't know if it does anything truly unique to basketball sneakers that would make someone jump in. I think one, you get the Yeezy name, like if you're a basketball player. I'm sure they'll continue to iterate on this like they've been doing with all of their versioning of various sneakers to try to make improvements. And I believe already there are 3 different versions of the Quantums. Now, originally this was banned in the NBA because they have actually 3M on this, and I don't have anything to really show that off. You can kind of see it right now, but you know, if you flash the right light on it, this is 3M. So that's why it was banned in the NBA, supposedly. And we still had NBA players rocking them. Yeah, they just were. I think they take fines. But the lifestyle versions, I think, have a different top piece. Like the panels on the TPU is a little different. And then I think there's less padding up top, if my research is correct. And then the frozen blues have some slightly different, like a top piece in general. So the original Quantums are different from the Bariums are different from the frozen blues. And then we got the Floras that come out next. And that is what I'm most interested in, that colorway that's going to be like that brick, black, white colorway. It looks pretty sick. I got that on screen right now for you. And that's what I'm really excited about. But I think release date is a little ways out still. So expect something on those, but this is the Yeezy Quantum. So let's go ahead and get it on foot, and then we're out. All right, so this has been KL Smith. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until the next time, folks, catch y'all later. Peace.